Hello everyone, I've got a few questions about natural gas, so I want to do a very quick video on natural gas for you. It's also an excuse to try out my new DJI mic and see if it works better than the desk mic, considering the echoes in the room. Let's have a look at the 4-hour chart on the Henry Hub price over at Black Bull, my broker. Now, what I don't like about this is the thrashing around at these levels. I think they offer very poor probability in terms of trading, unless you're a very short-term day trader, being able to get hold of some of these large dramatic swings. This is the current contract that we're in, and you can see it's rather unpleasant and choppy and very, very messy, making consistently higher highs but pulling back dramatically after those rallies. On the day chart, it doesn't look a lot better, and you can see all of this sort of stuff going on here at the end compared to some of the smoother trading that we normally experience, although there are periods, of course, when we look back in the past where we do get this sort of violent chop. I think what this means is that the market's a little uncertain. We had a look at the COT report, and the COT report's a little bit weird, as we looked at in the last video, and I'll link that one at the end of this one too. But we've got the commercials and the producers weighting and leaning more to the short side with the additions. This is 10 days old, by the way. And the managed money much more to the long side. As you can see, a massive addition to the long side with a bigger position. Same with the non-commercials. They've added much more to the long side, whereas the swap dealers have much more to the long side, indicating they think the market's going to go short too. So a real mixed bag on the COT report. It is 10 days old. We don't know what the recent data looks like. So where are we going on here? Well, we're extremely high levels. Let me just quickly go back to that COT report and remind you where we are and zoom in. We're well above the seasonal average. And actually the seasonal average drops off quite significantly going into the rest of January and February, as you can see on this chart. So we're starting off well above the average, and the average actually drops going into the balance of January and February. So it looks a little precarious to me, actually, and we see this potential double top, maybe even a triple top, slightly higher highs each time, but not looking very attractive for the long side, or indeed for the short side. Now, I'm still hedged, and I could take off some of the long side for profit because we're hedged quite low down, and then wait for the market to move down and start recovering the losses on the short side. But I'm not convinced this is going down either, so it's a really difficult situation. I'm trading the bulk of this on the continuous price over at Pepperstone. You can see it's a pretty similar sort of pattern. This is the 4-hour at Pepperstone. Not quite as volatile and as violent, but also not managing to make a higher high. We got a lot higher, actually, 4.4, approaching 4.5, but not making higher highs like we see on the futures on the right-hand side here on this chart. You can see these highs are slightly higher over time, whereas on the continuous contract, the highs are slightly lower. And that also puts me into a little bit of consternation, wondering which one is most likely to be accurate. So for now, I remain hedged. The weekend's coming up. Let's see if we get a decent weekend gap. We probably will, certainly at these high prices. And maybe that'll put us in a position to unhedge and to actually profit from the last part of this contract. Well, have a great weekend, everyone. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please like and subscribe. I'll see you in the next one. And as I said, for reference, I'll put up yesterday's video at the end of this one. Take care.
Rising, markets parabolic. Bag me some cheddar, ain't no alcoholic. Charts looking sweet like a dodgy pie. Strategies tight, made I'm one fly guy. Tickets on fire, pockets getting deep. Gravy boat overflowing, losing no sleep. Stop, loss in place, man, I'm wrapped up good. P's and Q's proper, no misunderstood. To the moon, diamonds in me hands. Forget the fun, I'm the man with plans. Profit traders popping, no time.